Hey, this is Parag with Digital Life and iRepair MD, and we've been getting a lot of requests lately on how to replace a cracked or scratched shell. Today I'm going to show you guys how to change the shell. And we have here a set of green shell that we'll replace it with. And if you guys are interested in getting these shells, you can just click on the link below to our website and order the shell. What you're going to need is a Phillips screwdriver and a screw tray. First thing we're going to do is open the bottom shell. So I'm going to go ahead. The top corner, each corner has the corkscrew style, and then the middle screws are the machine one. So let's go ahead and take the corkscrew style off. The best way to approach this is just to pull it, loosen it enough. Each side should have about 4 screws, and all the corner screws are the corkscrews. Okay, let me go ahead and I don't like to use a power drill or power screwdriver on this because it can easily strip. You got to be able to feel the screw. And this stainless screwdriver was actually given by one of my viewer from North Carolina who came by, got his perfect. So thank you, my friend. This is your screwdriver that you gave. Now I want to pull up the shell. Pull up slowly. Actually, just go ahead and loosen up a little bit more. Okay. Alright, so there'll be some screws that still fasten hard. Alright, so you want to keep the screw in the shell so you don't lose it. And then you'll find some areas that still do have been connected. Alright, so you got the shell off. What you need to do now is actually disable, this is the running light. So go ahead and disable the running light. Okay. Pull this out. Okay, this is a battery case, but this is just a mock model for the purpose of replacing the shell. Let's go ahead and go to this side. Alright, so we are getting to the last few screws. You can hear someone's cutting wood back there. Alright, so now we're going to lift the screw up. Okay, so go ahead and disable. So what this shell here is connected to the power supply and the power button. Okay. So all our shell actually come with all the components that you need. And just go ahead and carefully pull this. If it doesn't, we'll make a comment like it doesn't.
Sorry, it doesn't.
Alright, so as you can see, go ahead and disable. This is the charger port to the main logic port. Okay. And watch out for the capacitor. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and transfer the screws, all the screws off onto this tray because we're going to replace it anyways. Alright, so go ahead and take the screws off. We're going to transfer it all. We'll be replacing the shell, so we don't need these screws in the shell. We will be reusing these screws. Alright, so the new shell that we have will actually come with all the wiring that you need, so you don't have to worry about it. But however, these wirings, as you notice, don't have any kind of protection. If you notice, if you have an issue with your charging port coming loose or is wiggly with the power button, you're going to need one of these glue right here. And this is a silicone-based glue that allows you to actually secure. So we're putting putting silicone here to secure the screw to lock, to make sure it doesn't wiggle or get out of place. So now we have to replace the top half, and there are screws here. Each you have one screw here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, these are the smaller screws. I'm going to go ahead and take these out. Okay, that should be all the screw. Hold this up, and you see this right here? You're going to push out using a screwdriver in this prong right here. Okay, tap it out slowly, and now just free it from the shell, like that. Okay, now you have these indicator lights right over. So if you look here, this, just free this indicator light off, remove this glue. Okay, and you might want to just go ahead and free your tie wrap. Got a do we have a razor blade? A scissor? Yeah, scissor would be good. Alright, we're going to use a scissor to go ahead and cut this. Alright, that was a little 3D effect for you guys. Alright, so you go ahead and run the wire out through here. Okay, now that's the shell. You want to save these pads. These pads will be reused. Left and right is pretty much the same. So you can see here, that's where the pressure sensor is located. Okay, so go ahead and take this off. Work the same way. I'm gonna work clockwise. I'm gonna start from here, go down here, and move that way. Alright, so once we get the other shell out, we'll go ahead and tap. All the screws are off. Just go ahead and tap the shell out. And then just go ahead and slowly remove it. Okay, again, just make sure you take the logic board, the indicator light out. Run it through here. Okay. And then just through this loop here. Okay, so now we got all this out. We're going to save the pads. Okay, let's go ahead and replace the green shell. So you have these pads here. Left and right doesn't really matter because they're both the same. So you line it up, make sure it fits in the well, and make sure all the seals are locked in place. Okay, like that. On this side, same way. Okay. Now, the most important thing is get this screw into the two holes, the screw holes. The shell's been warped a little bit. Okay, so now this is the most trivial thing I ever had. So I line it. It's already split, damn it. I think this is short, man. It's getting me. Right, I'm gonna tap this in. There you go. So you just need to tap it hard. You got it? You can work with it? tap with this. Okay, once you tap it, and you want to make sure that this is actually flush in. You can see like this. Okay, now we're going to actually go ahead and put the screws into place. Okay, we're using these small screws that we took out. We're starting it off with the corner, the well one, the wheel one. Okay, put another one in. Okay. All right. So let's go and put the outer shell. It's very important to do the bottom replacement first before you do the top. Else you won't be able to replace the shell. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and line this pads up right here. Make sure everything is all lined up. Load the shell. Run it in here. And I'm just going to tap it in place using the butt of the screwdriver. Until you have it flush. Flip it over. Okay. So we'll line it up. Tap it in again. 1/4 inch. All right, so now we got all that done. Let's go ahead and put in the wiring. To secure this wiring, I would use SGX. Once you put it in, put silicone to keep it from, because actually riding it and it hits bumps, what will happen is one of these will come dislodged. So go ahead and put SGX around the area to secure it. And let's go ahead and put the top shell on. Okay, so this shell with the power button, with the power and charger right here, is the one that's going to go on the main logic board side. And we'll go ahead and put in the charging port. This is the power button. Go ahead and insert the power button, replace it, put the SGX on there, hold it in place. SGX, hold it in place like that. Okay, now we can go ahead and use the charging port right here. This is the charging port, and secure it. It's a little tight, just have to work yourself around it, and you hear it snap. Now let's go ahead and put a little more SGX in that area. Okay, that will seal it. And this is a silicone base adhesive that's designed to hold and also repel moisture. This is the running light. Running light already come pre-installed into the shell when you buy it, and you can see the assorted color from our website below, or the link. Okay, so now with these wires, what you want to do is you want to bundle it. Make sure all the wires are bundled in this way, tucked in. And then make sure it's tape, electrical tape, just right there behind you. Alright, so to organize the wire, you want to go ahead and get a strip of electrical tape. You want to bring all these in together in one pile. Wrap it in. Do about 3 loops around. Okay, now that's all organized. Let's go ahead and lower the shell. Make sure everything is flush like this, front and back. Okay, got a clamshell right here. Now what we're going to do first are these corkscrew style screw. We'll go around the corner, screw it in on the other diagonal side of it. Alright, so this is done. Let's go ahead, turn it on, test the light, put the power on first. Lights, as you can see, everything is working. This is Prac with iRepair&D and Digital Life. Safe repair and safe riding.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and visit us at digitallifex.com.